Stand behind you a little bit. Can I stand right here?
George wants to be in too.
You ask about how things used to be in the volunteer program at SAFE. Well, let me tell you, it is nothing like it is now. In the old days, we struggled to get enough people to come out. We struggled to get people to come out when they said they would come out. It was very hard to keep shifts together and have enough people to do the work. So these days, when we have 5 or 6 people on each shift, honestly, I feel spoiled. I feel so lucky, so fortunate that there are so many people who want to be part of SAFE.
Right, George?
I think there are people out there who start horse rescues that don't seem to realize how much work it is to take care of 30 horses at one time. There are people in the past I've seen who try to do it all themselves, and that's just crazy. There's so much that goes into taking care of horses that are in these conditions that they come in, horses that know as little or have as little training as these horses have. There's so much to be done, and having such a enthusiastic, responsible core of volunteers just makes it possible. I say this all the time, we couldn't do it without you, and it sounds like something from a Hallmark card or something, but it's true. It's really, really true. We could not do this without you. I know this from personal experience because when it snows and you can't get here, I tend to be one of the people who steps in and takes care of everybody, and it's exhausting. A ton of work, very rewarding, but there's a lot to be done. So it feels good that you guys are out here, you're working together with each other, and you're doing your part to change these horses' lives. I don't think there's any single person here who can take credit for what happens to these horses and how they're transformed. It's not something that any one of us are doing. Even me, I may be the director of this place, I may be the boss of everybody, but the changes that come about in these horses, that's stuff that you're doing. That's stuff that you're making possible, and you're taking horses that came to us hungry and broken and hurting and scared, and you're transforming them into these beautiful, beautiful creatures. And I hope that every time you look at a SAFE horse and see how shiny they are and how happy they are and how comfortable they are in their skins, I hope you say, I did that. I did that. I made George into George. Not me, you. You did this. One thing that makes me really happy is so many of you volunteers have told me or told other people here how much it means to you to be out here at SAFE. And I get that. I used to have a horse farm of my own for many years, and even though it's a ton of work taking care of horses, and even though sometimes they sneak up behind you and bite your feet, it's still, there's something about just caring for them, just putting their houses in order and feeding them that just is so good for your soul and your mental well-being and so forth. So I get why this is a important place to a lot of people, and I'm just so grateful that you found us, and I'm grateful that you're here, and I'm glad that this makes you happy. And it's not just the people who come here to the farm every week and shovel the poo and throw the hay. There are tons of you out there who are doing things to help SAFE. Not just the people who are filling in the holes that horses like George make, but there are so many people out there who are contributing, and we're grateful to each and every one of you. There's our people who do the reference checks and the site visits and make sure that the homes are safe. There's the people who do the fundraising, the events, who are out there right now making phone calls and sending emails trying to get support for Heart of the Horse. There's the members of the board of directors. Those people are all volunteers as well. And you guys are keeping us moving forward and bringing us into a whole new era. There are many more people that I can't even list, but you know, everybody contributes in a way that is meaningful and important, and we're so grateful to each and every one of you. Another important thing you should remember about the people who volunteer at SAFE. Most people who volunteer at SAFE are not just volunteers. They're also donors to the organization. They're also advocates for the organization. They're out there telling people about the work that they're doing and the work that we're doing together. And that is what's making SAFE stronger and greater and having more of an impact all the time. It's as we get better known, as we get better respected, we get better supported. And the volunteers are the ones that are doing that. You guys are the ones that are doing that. So, you know, it's not just the time and your physical effort that you put in. It's you show your support with your donations. You show your support by telling people about SAFE. And that is truly awesome. And I'm so grateful to you for doing that. George, don't bite me. Don't bite me, George.